This is the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Ali, we're telling ghost stories right now. Has a man ever dared to ghost you in the past?
Is there a man that brave?
I actually feel like I have been. I've just blocked it out mentally.
Oh, I don't think there's a man. I don't think a man would ghost you. I don't because they know they turn into a real ghost after you kill them.
All right, let's catch up with Elise in Safety Bay. Hi, Elise.
Hello.
Hi,
Okay,
Elise.
so we heard from this Scottish girl
Yeah,
that...
apparently Australian men are the biggest ghosts on the planet. Is this real?
So I went on a date with a gentleman, and this is the first date after my marriage breakdown, so it was a really big deal. It was a lot of confidence for me to get there.
Yeah.
And it was nice. We went to Trigg somewhere.
Market Island Trigg, that place? Yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
It's beautiful there.
It was on the beach. It was really nice,
Yeah.
good vibes. We got along. We spoke about what we're going to do on our next date.
Yeah.
And I walked away from it feeling pretty confident. I didn't hear from him. I was a little bit crushed. I was like, I thought that went really well, but obviously not. 18 months later, he texted me out of the blue and said, hey, I just wanted you to know, I really enjoyed our date. I didn't want you to think I ghosted you because I really hate it when people do that, and I'm not that kind of guy.
18 months later.
18 months. What does he call that?
Why would you message me?
Mate, even a carrier pigeon would have got you before that time.
What are you talking about? You could have had 2 babies in that time.
Yes.
I think this still counts as you ghosting me. You can't just...
So in his mind, he probably thought, he's a great guy because I'm going to get back to her.
Yeah. 18 months later, I just go back through the messages to realise who it was.
What was your reply, Elise?
So I typed so many different replies, and then I didn't send anything. I was like, no, the best reply is no reply.
So he just saw 3 dots.
No. Please reply in 18 months.
Yes.
That's amazing.
That's extraordinary.
Oh, my God.
All right.
Jack, hello.
Oh, how you going, guys?
Okay,
good,
Jack,
Jack.
we wondered, do men get ghosted?
Mate, I've only been in the dating scene for the last 8 months,
Yeah.
and it's constant.
Really?
I've been ghosted online, on Tinder or, you send them your phone number, you get messages. I've been ghosted in messages. I've been blocked. I've been stood up at restaurants. I've been stood up at a fish and chip shop on the coast.
Oh.
Yeah, left sitting on the beach with soggy fish and chips.
Are you serious, Jack?
Yeah, and a half floppy Chico roll as well. Was that good?
Wasn't always half floppy, Nath.
Don't talk to him about his dim sims.
No, it's constant. It's constant. It is dog-eat-dog world out there. Dating is horrible. I'm going to stay single forever.
Jack, so I just feel this frustration, right? So this has happened to Jack multiple times.
Yes.
And the fact of when you're waiting actually on the date for them to rock
Correct.
up, that's disgusting. Jack, when you're organising new dates now, do you feel like you want to say to them, are you actually going to show up, but you don't want to do that because you don't want to look desperate?
Yeah, well, it gets to the point now where you just... I've sat in the car waiting and texted people, are you going to be here, and waited for them to actually turn up, and then going, all right, I'll get out of the car now, because you feel like an idiot sitting in a restaurant by yourself.
Jack.
That's...
So, Jack, have you just coming off a recent breakup, are you?
Yeah, long-term one, 8 years.
Mate. And you're now diving back into the scene.
And it's a cruel world in there, isn't it?
Oh, my God,
I wouldn't say diving, it's more like head first into a horror show.
Yes.
Yeah.
God.
So wait,
No water in the pool.
So she didn't rock up to the fish and chip date, right? So what other dates didn't they rock up on?
I had one girl that left me sitting at the outside of Karrinyup, the Hijinks Hotel. We're meant to go out and do all the activity nights there. And I got left sitting there at the bar, so I spent my bar tab and went home, basically.
Oh,
no.
What do you do that for?
I know,
You can't
and also,
organise to meet somebody.
You don't have a valid excuse. Unless you are unconscious because you've been in an accident, you have a phone in your hand at all times. The courtesy to, even if you don't go, to send a text message so that you're not sitting there waiting.
Agreed.
That's not that hard. Say, hey, something's coming up, I'm not going to make it. Whatever it is.
Because think about it, Jack. You've gotten bloody dressed.
Yes.
You've spent some money and you're excited about what this could be.
You're super nervous. You're putting yourself out there.
And then just sitting there by yourself, Jack. That is heartbreaking. If anyone wants to love Jack, let us know. Hi, Tanisha.
Hello.
Hi,
Tanisha.
mate. So we're talking about being ghosted. A man has done this to you, hasn't he?
Yes, he has.
Damn,
What happened?
damn that man.
We met on Tinder. I put myself on there for the first time, and we went to Motorplex for an event that was happening.
I love
And
that.
he met me, and he goes, like, we were talking and everything. He goes, "Oh, you have a rose tattoo?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's for my great nan." And he goes, "I don't like girls that have rose tattoos." And then he just walked away and never talked to me again.
Oh my God, Tanisha, are you serious?
Where is it? Is it on your face? Where's the rose tattoo?
No, it's just on my forearm. It's just not a big one, but it's
No.
not a little one either. It's like a family when she passed away. So
Yes.
it kind of made me upset. I was like, "Oh, okay." Bye.
And he walked away and he left you there.
Yeah.
I would understand if someone was to walk away if you had a tattoo of a carnation.
Yes. But not a rose. A rose
But
is a
like,
classy
not
flower.
a rose. That's the expensive ones. Maybe he's one of those guys that needed it balanced out by having the dolphin with the rose in its mouth.
I love
How
that.
do you get up and just walk
I
away
love
from
that-
someone when you're on a
That is
date
his
with them?
deal
pretty
breaker.
easy.
If you've got
Tanisha knows
You've got
how
a deal
that
breaker though,
happens.
Sean. You know.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So-
It's a rose
I
tattoo.
said, "You're not the one for me." So
Yes.
if
Tanisha,
you don't like that, then
whose idea was a Motorplex for the date?
mine.
And is that because
I
he
love Motorplex.
and
you
he
love it?
He loved that. Did he love that too?
Yeah, he did, but he just didn't like the rose tattoo that I had.
That's why a rose. You know what I mean?
I know, specifically. He didn't have a problem with tattoos. He just had a problem with a rose tattoo.
Oh, that is so
Hates
funny.
Angry Anderson.
Yeah,
Well, you know
that's
what?
me.
At least you got confirmation on why, he walked
That's
away.
right. I mean, it's a dumb reason, but at least you know why.
People like the Jack who this has happened to a
Yes.
couple of times where he's been stood up on a date. There is no way that you will not go home and internalise and think, what
Yeah,
is wrong with me? And that
100%.
is horrible to do to someone.
Must be the tie.
Jamie, hello.
Hi, how you going?
Hey,
Great,
good
Jamie. Did somebody ghost you too? What happened?
Oh, I've been ghosted so many times. It's a horrible dating scene out here, that's for sure.
Oh,
Give us some of your paranormal experiences with the ghosts.
Oh, well, actually, I like to meet people straight away. I don't like to text all the time because you get this idea of who they are in your head and then
Yes.
you get disappointed.
yep.
So I like to meet straight away and, yeah, I meet, we have a good day, and then nothing.
That's it.
No, see you later. No, that was nice. I've got better things to do. You just, yeah. And that's happened about 3 times.
Oh, sweetheart. Do they go as
Yeah.
far as to block your number and block you, or do they just leave you unread?
I don't know. As soon as I don't hear from them, or this is what I used to do, as soon as I don't hear from them, then I never bothered calling them back.
No, I
Yeah.
wouldn't
Yeah.
either, Jamie.
Do you reckon it's just cowardice?
I had that done to me a couple of days ago. I was chatting with this guy online, and I didn't hear anything back from him for 2 days. So I sent him a message, are you alive?
Yeah.
Why'd you ghost me? And he said,
Yeah.
oh, well, you didn't reply to my text.
Oh.
So we're supposed to play a phone tennis?
Oh, my
Text tennis.
gosh. Stop the game playing. Just text each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's it. And so that's actually what a lot of people do. And a lot of my girlfriends have been ghosted and everything as well. So now they've got this cynical sort of thing that,
Yes.
if he doesn't text me, I'm not texting him.
Oh, okay, yeah, I get it. There's a lot of... It doesn't seem
Yeah.
easy.
No, it's not easy.
No wonder you're
because
staying out of it.
if you text them and they don't reply, do you text? You can't text again because then you look too thirsty.
Oh, no, you don't
And
want
they're
to
like, oh, so
Don't
she's
worry
just so
about looking
needy.
thirsty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're second guessing yourself all the time.
Jeez, mate.
Oh, thanks, Jamie. George, hello.
Hey, how you going?
Hey,
All right,
George.
buddy.
So, George, we didn't know if this was happening to men a lot, but apparently it is. Is that right?
Yeah, so I'm on the same boat as Jack earlier on. Like, it happens quite a bit. So I had a date over in Queensland, and she was messaging me, and we were getting on really well on chat. And then I was like, right, all good. I'll see you in like half hour when we're meeting up. And she's like, yep, all good. Get there. And then messaged her saying, here, let me know when you're there.
Yeah.
And then just got nothing. And it's happened it's happened a couple of times where you just get nothing in return.
Like,
then
what
that's
happened
it.
in that
I've
30
fucked up.
minutes
And you-
between when she said she was going to meet you and then just didn't show up?
So,
Yeah, I know. It's just hella random.
this particular situation, so where did you meet her? Or what was the deal? Set the scene for us.
So this was in Queensland.
Yeah.
So we were just meeting up at like a bar.
Okay.
And it was like the first time we were just going for drinks and just having a chat and really.
Yeah.
And then, just like 30 minutes ago, I left my house to go meet up and then didn't get anything after I left.
And then that's it.
How long does one wait at a bar for someone to rock up? Like,
So I messaged her saying, I'm here.
Yeah.
And then I gave it like 15, 20 minutes without a response. And then when you see the scene
Yes.
and it's been like 15, 20 minutes and you're
been
not
read.
getting a response, I was like, I might
yeah.
have to go home here.
Yeah.
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 George.
It's an average feeling. It's an average
Oh, I
feeling.
can
I'd
imagine.
imagine.
Yeah.
No.
Same with Jack, I imagine.
It's just
Yeah.
manners.
Yeah.
That's just a lack of manners.
Yeah. Hey, George, are you dating someone now, or are you still experiencing this?
No, still on the prowl.
Dude.
Oh, that might be
He's moved
against you there.
states. Sorry.
We're still on the prowl.
Good on you, George. Thanks,
Good luck,
mate.
George.
It's the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
We're joined in the studio by Anne Middleton. And Anne, you have a podcast on the Nova Network.
I do
So
indeed.
you're one of ours.
Head game.
Yeah.
All right.
It's a good
Nate,
one.
Nate,
Yeah.
can you
I've
explain
learned some
that?
great tips.
Good. Listen, keep listening.
And their latest episode is how Tia Claire Toomey all became the fittest woman on earth.
Yeah, she's
Oh,
amazing.
Claire Toomey, okay. You can
amazing.
see her.
Yeah.
She's a CrossFit champion.
Yeah, she sat there, with a little vest on. Her traps were touching her ears. I was like, "Are you trying to intimidate me?"
And
'Cause it's
did she-
working.
It worked.
Yes.
So when you come across people, because you're getting some amazing people in your interviews and stuff, do you earmark any of them for SAS? Or do
Of course.
you, yeah?
I'm always sort of in the background. I'm always looking out for the next recruit.
Do you reckon Sean would make
when
a
I'm
good
at the
recruit?
events, yeah.
Or is he
absolutely.
already is he too good?
No,
Is that the
Sean
problem?
The
would
thing about
make a
Sean
good
is Sean
recruit.
doesn't have a
Good.
sob story to go
Yeah.
along with it. So when
Doesn't
they get him
need
in the
one.
heart,
Yeah.
there's nothing to say.
Yeah,
except
what would
for,
you
what are you doing
lambast
this
him
weekend?
about?
Yeah, I'd be like, what's...
Listen, I'd have to
What would you
break him.
probe?
I'd have to break him down first. I'd break him down physically because he's a specimen, right? So I'd work on what his strengths are. And I'd break that down.
I don't know.
When you
might-
break him
might-
down,
What
when
are
you
your
break him,
strengths?
when you break Sean right down, all that remains is just a bowl of soup.
I love a bowl
I've
of
gotten
soup.
there.
Yeah.
So,
Well, we
yeah.
are talking about eating, by the way, because you just
Oh,
brought
gosh.
that up. So, and a lot of people into different fitness, healthy
Regimes.
eating and regimes, whether it's doing exercises or eating right. So, over the last probably about 5 years, people have been talking about fasting in particular.
Yep.
16-4, no, 16 and 8, whatever the numbers. What are you doing?
So I eat once a day. So in the evening, I'll have a meal, and more a carnivore diet. I like
Yeah.
meat, protein. And
Is
in
the plate just piled really high for that one meal?
Yeah,
or
it
it is
is.
locked in
I've
that
got
one
whole
meal?
pigs brought in.
I'll probably take on my full calories. Yeah, whole pigs
Yes.
brought in.
Yeah, yeah.
Whole cow.
Yeah.
Yeah, and normally a human as well. And a bit
Just
of a yeah.
Couple of gigantic tomahawk steaks. And,
And then
yeah.
later on, he gets a tarpaulin and puts it over the rib cage in which he sleeps.
There you go. So yeah, exactly that. I can't.
So honestly, what are you eating though? That meal?
So I eat. I like my carbs. So I eat a lot of potato, rice, but meat. I like
Yeah.
my meat. So
And how big's your plate? Because if you're eating once a day, everyone's going to think
Yeah.
straight away.
It's a trough.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
a trough.
Is
Yeah.
it a trough?
I don't really calorie count. I'm just
No.
No,
for
just
that- for that
size-wise.
meal,
Is it
it's,
bigger than your head?
Not as big as yours,
I've
but
got a big head.
He does have a big head.
Big sky.
I'd be one of those big lazy Susans at a Chinese restaurant.
Yeah.
A lot of people...
but listen, I don't
Yeah,
hold
you go.
back. So in the day,
Yeah.
so I
Yes.
wake up, but I make sure that I take my vitamins. I might have a smoothie in the day. A bit of fruit, a juice, just to keep the energy levels up. And then I really look forward to that meal. I really,
because you're
and-
starving.
and- no. But the thing about it is, once you break that routine, you're
Yes.
not, because you don't actually. It's
just don't need it.
when food is in front of you, or when it's on your mind, or when someone else is eating or snacking.
Yes.
Then you subconsciously take that in. You think, I must be hungry. I've got to eat. But you don't need to have 3 meals a day. It's too much.
Do you ever go through a drive-through? You got a busy day. You realise you're a bit hungry. I'll upgrade a meal. Do you? Ever?
I used to, yes, especially because I travel so much. It's the easy
Yeah,
thing
that
to
makes
do.
sense,
So I'm not
doesn't
going to
it?
say
Yeah.
that. But now, no, because it's my
No.
only meal. The thing about having one meal a day is you not only do you look forward to it, but you make sure that you're eating something that you really like, that's really good for you. So it's not a case of just putting food down your neck
For the sake
it's
of
a
it,
case of
yeah.
right, I'm really looking forward to this. What am I going to eat tonight? I'm going to have
Yes.
a nice steak or a nice
Yeah.
bit of chicken,
Yeah.
some potatoes, some rice, some
I suppose
fish.
so. Because food doesn't come around very often, so I want to enjoy
exactly.
it.
So you get to really sort of pick and choose what you want to eat, and because it's your one meal a day.
And what's the time that you're eating it again?
Probably about 5:30, 6 o'clock.
Wow, that's a big day to get through.
Yeah.
One thing you just told us off air that I said, what's your next goal? I'm swimming to Roto. I'd imagine I'm going to pick something else after this. But your next experiment or goal?
Goal, is to climb the 7 summits with my 14-year-old son.
Oh,
So that's the highest summit on each continent,
So
yeah?
the highest summit on
No
each
way.
continent, obviously ending up in the Himalayas on Everest.
And so your 14-year-old son wants to do this?
Yes, he does, yeah.
Or you have brainwashed him
No,
from an early
I
age,
haven't.
you?
No, this is the case of because I've got a good friend called Nims.
Yes.
Nims Persia. He's done a documentary called The 14 Peaks.
You've got to see it, everyone.
And,
you can check it. Is it
it's
on Netflix?
amazing.
I
Yeah,
watched
it's on
it.
Netflix.
Yes, You've got to see it. It's amazing.
And he's a really good pal of mine. He came to the house and we were just breaking bread. And Gabriel was like, I want to go and climb with Nims. And Nims was like, well, the best person to climb with would be with myself and your dad.
Oh,
you know,
So you got dragged into it.
So I got dragged into it. So so I said, are you serious about this? And he said, yes. So I put him on a training regime, on a bit of a not a diet, but on a nutrition plan. And he stuck to it for the last 8-9 months. And our first climb is going to be this month, Mount Cozy.
It's the Nathan, Nat and Sean podcast.
Big news here in WA for schools.
Not anymore.
The traffic light system has come into play here, Nathan.
Sean, they have targeted ham at school, saying it's a sometimes food.
So the old ham and cheese toasty, they're saying it can't be an everyday dish served up in the canteen.
It has been banished to a list of restricted foods under the new changes to WA's food and drink rules, and ham will only be served twice a week
at most.
Canteens.
So that's just the ham and cheese toasty. They
No, it's
mentioned
just
that.
like ham.
But
Yeah,
ham full stop. So you can't just have a ham sandwich any other day.
No.
You've just got to have a couple of days a week. That's it. It's a
From
limit.
the canteen. They're not going to stop you taking it to school.
Well,
but
is that next though?
Yeah.
Because if they're saying that you can't buy at the canteen twice, and they'll be doing ham raids in kids' bags.
It's true.
Like, seriously.
They'll have the pig sniffers outside.
Well, they, of course, asked parents about
Who sniffs out a pig?
they asked parents about the ham ban, and they had some things to say.
Kind of shocking because it's always been around.
I think it's ridiculous. Ham and cheese tomato sandwich, beautiful.
I'm a little bit surprised. I know eating excessive amounts of ham is not good for you, but it's quite an easy thing to put in a sandwich.
It is an easy thing to put in a sandwich. You are right,
shaped
lady.
often. So it works. Yeah.
It's such a scandal here in Western Australia. Of course, the Premier had to comment.
So it's not to say that you can't have a ham cheese toasty at school. It's just to say it's a treat. And each day you should look to eating healthily.
It's not a treat.
Is it
Ham's not a treat.
I'm sorry. Yeah. There are hamilies out there. Ham families. There are people where ham is an everyday thing.
We're one of them. My household is definitely a hamily.
Do you?
For sure. So I normally do the shopping on a Monday, and I would
And what do you buy?
Ham.
God damn, I buy.
How much ham do you buy for your family?
So I would buy. So you can go to Coles, right, and they come in those big things.
Yes.
What, pigs?
With 4 different,
pigs.
with 4 different kind of trays associated with them for
I know what you
250
mean.
grams
Yeah.
each. So
That's a
that
kilo
would go
of ham.
through. That would go through at least once in our house, and I'd probably buy some. I always buy the Don small good stuff. I always find that.
Yeah, I personally, I like to get thinly sliced.
Yeah, you love it.
Shaved.
Ham.
And I usually gravitate towards the triple smoked.
Ham.
How much of that? How much ham do you?
I don't ask for weights. How
Sorry.
much?
Ham.
A week.
Oh, like I'm not buying bags and bags of.
Ham.
How much
Ham.
per purchase?
Okay, so per
what's
purchase,
your
I don't
order
buy
at
by
that?
grams. I buy by money. So I'll say I'd like $6 worth of.
Ham.
Oh, so then you
Okay, I
make them
get
work
that.
it out.
$6
I know,
worth.
but then I stand there and then they usually look at me in shock because they've given me like $7.50 worth of.
Ham.
And then I go, you know what?
Put
Whatever.
some back on the pig.
Whatever
Ham.
you put in there, I'll take.
I reckon we spend $20 on
Ham.
a week.
$20 on.
Ham.
A week.
Really on?
Ham.
A week.
That's unbelievable.
Look, can we live in a world without?
Ham.
That is the question.
Yeah, schools. Schools
Is it just
here
in
in
our state
WA
that they've
right
decided
now.
to do this?
It's a WA decision.
Who's coming up with this?
Yeah, so there is a ban on
Ham.
kids can only eat
Ham.
twice a week at school.
Twice a week. State
From the
schools.
canteen. Hi, Tanisha.
Hello.
Tanisha,
Hi, Tanisha.
are you a hamily that loves...
Ham.
I do. I love ham.
How much do you love it? How often do you have it? What's the story?
I make Mum go to the shop every day to get ham.
Really?
Every day.
Every day.
So do you go for the?
Yeah,
you must go for the sliced ham then, not just
What?
in a packet.
No. Oh, I go for the packet ham as well. My favourite is the honey ham.
Yeah, like a
Yes,
honey
of
ham. Yep.
course. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm just blown away. I never in a million years will buy the packet ham.
Really?
Yes. In
I
my
get it.
mind, in my mind, the
it's
free
just
range,
money.
You're super wealthy.
the
You're wealthy.
free range ham in my mind is healthier.
No, I'm with you. I do believe that. I do believe that.
believe that if it's in the packaging, it's got more preservatives in there or whatever they do.
Yeah.
And it's gonna because it seems to last longer than you do with your free range delicatessen
totally get
ham.
it. Totally get it.
So the honey ham is your ham to go, yes?
Yeah, and I used to run a school canteen, and all the kids would order is, your toasties, ham cheese toasties, or the ham salad, and a wrap and a sandwich.
Yes.
And I don't know what the kids will do now because the canteen's open, Monday to Friday.
Yeah. Yes.
So
So
they love it.
there are
That's
only
all they
2
want.
days a week that they can have ham. What the hell are you going to feed them the other days?
Yeah, exactly. So I will feel sorry for those kids.
The
If I
fabric,
was feeling
the
full,
fabric
I'd want
of
ham.
the fabric of WA is coming apart. Tanisha, thank you so much. We're going to go to Maylands now to speak to Emily. Hello, Emily. Emily, we'd like to speak to you.
Emily,
woke her up.
Emily, talk to us
With
about
the
your
ham.
deep love for ham. What's going on?
So I've always been a hamily. I think this was back in 2005, but I actually wrote a song called "Can I Have Ham and Cheese, Please?"
Can I have ham and cheese, please?
Well,
I
this is
like
the
it
greatest
already.
song since Nathan's Unicorn song. So
Are we? I'm frightened to say it.
Are we
moments
worthy?
away? Are we moments away from a rendition?
Oh, I don't know if a rendition is possible.
Just
but,
a quick little
I
bit
may
of the
be able
hook.
to- well, it's "Can I have ham and cheese?" and then a very melodic "Please," if that gives anything away.
So,
Lots of
may
singing
I
chops
have
over the
ham
years.
and cheese, please? Am I getting the tune right?
That is perfect.
Thank you. I'm surprised it didn't go anywhere.
yeah, that's weird. Super weird. Thanks, Emily. You're clearly a big ham fan.
Ham.
Yes. Ham, Sean.
I can't believe it.
Well, let's
I
check.
cannot believe it.
Andrew's in Dianella. Hello.
Hello, how you going?
Great,
Andrea, do you
Andrea.
have some
Hi,
ham
Andrea.
insight for us?
Yeah, well, we're a big ham family as well. Ham, cheese, sandwiches, toasties, and of course we've got a load of pizza.
Yes.
But have you ever noticed, Sean, when you go and spend your $20 a week on ham, have you ever taken a closer look at the tag in the deli section?
No, why?
No. Tell me more.
So on the tag, it tells you what percentage of that product is Australian.
And?
And most hams, like they're on special, you buy the cheapest one,
Yeah.
and it's 20% Australian.
Oh,
And
you can
some of
tell
the-
because of the accent.
Some of the ones that are even cheaper, like your homemade brand ones, are up to 97% Australian.
Really?
It actually states it on the docket. When you go to the deli section, you read what's underneath, and it tells you how much is actually Australian.
So the more expensive hams are more likely to be Australian and the cheaper hams are overseas? No?
The other way round.
The other way.
Yeah, a lot of the home brand ones seem to be.
More Australian. I thought there was a thing about if you buy a ham on the bone, it can only be Australian in that they're not allowed to. They don't import
bones.
it. Yeah, the leg.
Yeah, but they must import the rest of it. Either the entire products are coming in from overseas,
Yes.
and then they're just finished
Yes, it may be
here.
processed elsewhere. And
Isn't that
yeah,
amazing?
brought in
But
processed.
have a look at the docket next time you go.
Righto.
to the deli
Well, now
section
you've
or
ruined
what
ham
you
shopping for us, Andrea. Thank you.
Wow.
We've got to
I'm
look
interested
into
to
it
know
now.
if ham on the bone can't be imported. That's
I
interesting.
don't know where.
to me,
I don't know
Natalie.
why I
Well, that'd
think
be
that's
good.
true, but
I don't know.
I'm
Would
sure
that
I've
be
seen
good?
it somewhere.
Yeah.
We want to buy Aussie ham
Yeah, we do.
if we're allowed to.
Well, to be honest,
we're
at the
allowed
moment,
to.
be honest, at the moment, people just want the cheapest ham.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au. Nova.